Hey everybody, it's Stoudman coming right back at you today, and today it is an exciting time. We are finally talking about Black Friday deals, baby. Oh yeah. It's my favorite time of the year, and today we're going to be talking about the great deals they have at Best Buy, and usually when it comes to Blu-rays and collecting physical media and whatnot, Best Buy usually has the best deals on Black Friday, and they usually have the biggest selection on Black Friday as well. So, it's always fun to talk about them, usually not as much fun to talk about the others. Of course, the other great thing about shopping on Best Buy, or shopping I should say at Best Buy on Black Friday, is the fact that they allow you to purchase things on their website. Whereas, if you're hoping to get the great deals they have at Walmart, if they have any, we don't know yet, or at least as of me recording this, we don't know yet. There's no guarantee that any of the deals they show will be available on their website, because Walmart does not like to guarantee their Black Friday deals on their website for some stupid reason. I'm not sure why, but it really is stupid if you think about it, because it's money they could be making, it's money left on the table, and they're just not taking it, which is really stupid for a huge company like that to leave money on the table like that. But hey, I digress. I'm just not happy with Walmart. The way they do these things the past few years is stupid. But regardless, we're not here to talk about that today. We are here to talk about Best Buy, and this video will be the top 40 deals on Blu-rays and 4K titles at Best Buy during Black Friday. I'm going to start things off with the top 10, because I figure you probably don't want to wait until the end of the video just to see the best deals there are. So let's just start things off from 1 to 10. Alright, here we go. The number one best deal, in my opinion, is Apocalypse Now, the final cut on 4K for $9.99. And the reason that's a good deal is because it just recently came out within the past, I want to say 4 or 5 months or something like that. The price they have currently on Best Buy's website is $23.99, and if you want to compare it to prices on Amazon, the lowest you would be able to get it for is about $19. So, you're saving about $9 on this title in the worst case scenario. So it's actually a really good deal. Obviously, Apocalypse Now is fantastic. It's one of the best movies ever made. You can't go wrong there. As for the second best deal, I would have to say Alita Battle Angel on 4K is probably the second best deal there. Simply because it's really, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I hear it's a really great movie. It's a pretty popular movie. It's one that a lot of people want to see, a lot of people want to buy, and it's going to be $12.99 on Black Friday, currently available for $29.99 at Best Buy, and the lowest price you're going to find it for on Amazon will be about $20. At least until they price match, I'm sure. But regardless, as of my recording this video, the lowest price I was able to find for the sucker was $20 on Amazon, which is a savings of about $7. It's not the biggest savings in the world, but it's a pretty good savings for a title that really hasn't had many sales at all since it came out. So it's a pretty good deal there. At number 3, I have John Wick 3 4K, another title that just recently came out, and it is $12.99 at Best Buy on Black Friday. Usually sells for about $29.99 on Best Buy's website, and if you want to check Amazon, you can see for yourself it goes for about $21 on average. So that's a savings of about $8 on a pretty popular title that most people want. So yeah, it's gonna make number 3, you know. At number 4, we have Batman Hush, which is another title that just recently came out. It's one of those DC animated films. It's a pretty popular one. A lot of people seem to have loved it, and it's only going to be $5.99 at Best Best Buy on Black Friday. The regular price they have on Best Buy's website is $19.99, and then if you go and try to find it for a decent price on Amazon, you're going to find that it usually goes for about $17, maybe even a little bit more than that on the secondhand market. So $5.99 for a title that usually goes for more than $15 is not bad. It is actually a very good deal. That's a savings of over $10 on that title. So absolutely one of the best deals there, just in terms of value. And that's why it's at number 4 on this list. Number 5 on the list is True Detective Season 3, which I have yet to see even Season 1 of, but I've heard so many good things about True Detective, and I'm pretty hyped about this deal. It is $9.99 for True Detective Season 3 on Blu-ray. This sucker just came out a few months ago. It is currently selling on Best Buy's website for $37.99. And if you go and try and find a better price for it on Amazon, you're going to find it's usually going between $20 and $21. So $9.99 for something that usually goes for at least $20 no matter what you do is a pretty dang good price. Again, you're saving over $10 on a brand new title. So pretty good deal there. At number 6, I have Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald on 4K. The reason I have this on there is because, again, it's a fairly new title, and it's only going to be $9.99. It's only going to cost $9.99 on Black Friday. The regular price they currently have on Best Buy's website is $33.99. But if you go look on Amazon, you'll find that you can actually get this for a fairly decent price already on 4K. And it goes for about $16 after shipping on Amazon. So it's not the biggest savings in the world at $9.99, but it's a pretty damn good deal. You're saving about $6. I would argue that's a good deal. So I think it's worth considering if you haven't seen the movie yet. I know I'm considering it. So yeah. At number 7, we have Aquaman on 4K, and it's only going to be $7.99, guys. I can't believe that dropped so quickly, and I heard so many good things about that movie. I really want to see it. This is the one I will be trying to pick up for myself as well. Regularly sells for $21.99 on Best Buy's website, and if you go on Amazon looking for it, you'll find it for about $12.75. So it's not the biggest savings in the world if you consider how much you can find it for on Amazon, but you're still saving at least $4 to $5 depending on how you look at it. And anytime you can get any 4K for $8, it's a pretty dang good deal. But if it's something like Aquaman, which is, I mean, it's not like a recent release, but it's still fairly new, and it's a big event movie, so to find an event movie like this for such a low price is a pretty good deal, and it's one that I've been waiting for a great deal on, so I'm pretty happy about that. At number 8, I have Mission Impossible, the 6 movie collection. This collection, I think, is also a recent release. I know some of you might be thinking, really? Mission Impossible, the 6 movie collection? Why would I care about that? Because some of you probably already have most of the Mission Impossible movies on Blu-ray, but if you don't, it's going to be $12.99 on Black Friday for the 6 movie collection. And the reason that's a good deal is because 6 movies at $12.99, you're paying about $2, a little bit over $2 per film. That's a very good deal no matter how you look at it. $2 for a movie on Blu-ray is phenomenal. And they're the Mission Impossible movies, so you know they're at least fun, so it's not a bad deal at all. I'm considering it just because there's so many Mission Impossible movies I've never seen. The set usually goes for about $39.99 on Best Buy, and then if you try to find an even better deal on Amazon, you'll find it usually goes for about $22 on the secondhand market. So even at the best price you can find it for elsewhere, you're still saving about $9 to $10 by getting it through this Best Buy deal on Black Friday. So very good deal no matter how you look at it. $2 per movie, and it's about a $9 to $10 savings. So You can't argue it. It belongs on the top 10, okay? At number 9, I've got Creed 2, which is going to be $3.99, and I would argue it's the best $3.99 title of them all, because the regular price they have this for on Best Buy's website is $15.99. And then again, if you try to find it for a better price on Amazon, you're going to find it's usually going for about $9. So that's a savings of about $5, and it's a fairly new movie, not very new, but fairly new movie for $4. It's probably one of the newest movies in the $4 selection that they have at Best Buy this year for Black Friday. So that's why it's on the list at number 9. I mean, it's not the best deal ever, but it's a pretty dang good deal if you don't already have it. And at number 10, I have The Meg, which is going to be $5.99. And some of you might be thinking, well, that's not the best deal ever, is it? Well, it currently sells on Best Buy's website for $15.99. And then if you go looking for a better price on Amazon, you're going to find it goes for about $13. Even if you've seen it out there before for like $9.99 or something like that, I mean, chances are you have not seen it at this low of a price, $5.99. And if you go and try to find the best possible deal on either Amazon or Best Buy currently, you're going to find that it's hard to find it for less than $13. So you're saving about $7 on this title through this sale. So, I mean, say what you will, it's a great deal. I don't know how many of you actually like this movie. I thought it was pretty fun. I thought it was pretty good. But even if you don't like it, you have to admit $7 off is a pretty good deal, especially when it's $7 off brought down to $5.99. So yeah, that would be my number 10 in the top 10 list. As for the rest of them, let's get into that. And these are in no certain order. I literally just picked what I thought were the 10 best titles to talk about to start off with. But the rest of these are just going to be random. They're not going to be like number 11 to 20. You know what I mean? It's going to be what it's going to be. I'm not going to try to put these in any particular order. I just did the top 10 for that, and I'm not going to do it for the rest of them, okay? So for the rest of them, I think what I will do is just go from lowest price to highest price in terms of literally what the lowest price is going to be. So I'm going to start with the $3.99 list, go to the $5.99 list, go to the $7.99 list, and so on. And starting things off with number 11 here, I will go with The Nun. The Nun is going to be $3.99 on Black Friday at Best Buy. And that is a pretty good savings, considering that if you look for it on Amazon, the best price you're going to find is about $7 and some change. So you're saving at least $3 by getting it at Best Buy on Black Friday. It's not a whole lot of money to be saving, but it's a decent amount. The next one I would choose is Constantine City of Demons, which is also going to be $3.99. And if you go looking for a better price on it on Amazon, you're going to find that it goes for almost $8. And I think it is a fairly new release as well. It's one of those DC animated films, and it looks pretty dang good. So if you're saving at least about $3 to $4 on it, then I would say that's a pretty dang good deal, honestly. Next up, I have Red Sparrow, which is also going to be $3.99. Last year it was, I believe, $5.99 at the lowest. And currently, if you want the best possible price for it on Amazon, it's going to be about $8. It's going to be about $8. I think that's after shipping. I can't remember. But regardless, you're saving about $4 at least on this title by getting it on Black Friday at Best Buy. Next up, I have Batman Gotham by Gaslight, which I recently watched with some friends of mine, and I can confirm it's an excellent movie. I really loved it. Great DC animated film, and it's only going to be $3.99 on Black Friday, which is not the biggest savings in the world because you can find it for about $7 to $8 on the secondhand market. but it's still a savings of about $3, so it's a pretty dang good deal if you ask me. Next up I have Batman Ninja. Again, they got all these DC animated movies at such good prices, and Batman Ninja was previously only, like, the lowest price that it was available for last Black Friday was $8. It is now $4 on Black Friday, and that is a huge cut in price and value, and it's actually still a very good deal, because if you go looking for the best price on this one on Amazon, you're going to find it's almost $10 for the best possible deal on Batman Ninja. So if you're interested in seeing Batman Ninja, highly recommend it. $3.99. I'm looking at it now thinking maybe this should have been in the top 10, but I just had to make some decisions, man, and I made those decisions. Let me know if you think maybe this should have been in the top 10. It is definitely one of the better deals for sure, because you're saving like $6, $5 to $6 on that title by getting it at Best Buy on Black Friday. Great deal. Next up I have Missing Link, which is going to be $5.99 on Black Friday. This is a fairly new release. I believe it's a Leica film, which if you know anything about Leica, then you're probably going to be interested in this one. They did Coraline, they did Paranorman, they did all those great, stop motion animated films, which I think all of them are great. And I haven't seen this one yet, but I'm very interested in seeing it. And if you go looking for the best price on this one on Amazon, you'll find that it goes for between $9 and $10. So the savings isn't amazing, but you're still saving about $3 to $4, and that's not a bad deal. The next great deal I wanted to talk about was Men in Black Trilogy on Blu-ray. Now this one has been down to this exact price several times in the past, so many of you probably already have it, but if you don't have it yet, $6 for 3 Men in Black movies is not bad. It's $2 per title. That's a pretty damn good deal right there if you ask me. And the lowest price you're going to find it for on Amazon is about $9.50. Even though it has been $6 in the past, it's one of those that's held its value very well, because it's 3 movies that a lot of people enjoy. So to be able to get them for $6, $2 per movie, is a pretty damn good deal. Next up we have Isle of Dogs, or Isle of Dogs. I love that little word play with that title. And that's going to be $5.99 as well. The current price that they have on Best Buy's website is $9.99, and that is the best price they had it for last year on Black Friday, was $9.99. The best deal you're going to find on this one elsewhere is going to be for about $7, which means it's not that big of a savings to get it for $5.99, but it's still a savings. You're still saving some money there. There are some titles in this Best Buy Black Friday sale that you're not actually saving anything with them. And part of the reason I do these videos is to kind of let you guys know what some of the actual good deals are. And this one, even though you're not saving a whole lot of money, I think is one of the better movies in the selection here. It's a fantastic movie that not enough people have seen, so I highly recommend it at $5.99. I think that's a freaking great price for it, and I don't think anyone's really going to undercut that price. It's a pretty good movie, a pretty popular movie among those who know what it is, at least. Even if you're only saving about $1 on it, you're still saving some money on it, and might as well get it while it's at a really good price. Next up I have The Hate U Give at $5.99, which I believe is also going to be available at $12.99 on 4K if you really want the 4K. But I find movies like that don't necessarily benefit much from 4K, because 4K really is best with like action and adventure and stuff like that. Movies that are going to have long shots. Westerns would be great with 4K too. But movies like The Hate U Give, maybe it would be worth getting on 4K for $12.99, but regardless, the Blu-ray is going to be $5.99, and that is a fantastic deal, considering that the lowest price you can find it for anywhere else is about $8. Of course, it's not a an amazing deal. I know I just called it fantastic. I just say these things sometimes, but if you think about it, $2 off is not an amazing deal. It's still a pretty dang good deal, and the current price they have it for on Best Buy is $14.99, and you're going to find it most places for between $10 and $15 on sale during a normal sale. So $5.99 is a pretty damn good deal on that one. Next up, I have Batman vs. TMNT, which is another one that's a kind of recent title. It's not super recent, but I believe it came out this year. And at $5.99, that's the best price it has ever been at. I think the lowest price I saw it for before this was about the $12 range. But then I did some searching on Amazon just to see for myself if there was a better deal as of late. And as of late, there has been a few better deals. You can find it for about $10 to $11 on Amazon right now on Blu-ray. However, $5.99 is a way better price than $10 to $11, isn't it? So you're saving at least $4 to $5 there. It's, I think, a great deal, and it's based on a fantastic comic series that I think I've read most of, if not all of that comic series, and the comic series was fantastic. And I've heard a lot of great things about the animated film that is based on that series. So at $5.99, I think Batman vs. TMNT is a fantastic deal. Next up, I have Rambo, the 2008 Rambo on 4K at $7.99. That's a pretty damn good deal right there. Normally goes for $19.99 on Best Buy's website. Usually, if you look around on Amazon, you can find it for between $12 and $13. So that means you're saving at least $4 to $5 on this title on 4K. So again, anytime you can get any 4K at $8, it's a damn good deal. But last year they had Rambos 1 through 3 on 4K for $7.99. And by the way, they do again this year. But the reason I singled out Rambo 2008 as a good deal on 4K at $7.99 was because this year is the first year that this has been at this price. So $7.99, saving $4 to $5, it's a pretty good deal. Next up, with John Wick 4K is going to be $7.99, and the lowest price you're going to find it for, I mean, you can find it for some decent prices elsewhere, but the lowest price you're going to find it for is going to be about $10. That's a savings of about $2. It's not the best savings in the world, but again, anytime you can get a 4K for $8, it's a great deal in my estimation. John Wick 2 4K is the next title on the list, and it's also going to be $7.99, so you can get the first two John Wick movies for $16 total on 4K this Black Friday. And just like the other one, this one usually goes for between $9 and $10, so just like the other one, you're saving about $2 at most. But it's not a bad deal. It's a pretty dang good deal regardless. If you don't have them yet, I highly recommend it. Next up is Ready Player One on 4K, which is also going to be in the $7.99 4K selection. And if you go looking for a better deal on it somewhere else, you'll find on Amazon it usually goes for between $12 and $13, which means you're saving between $4 and $5 on average on that one. Pretty dang good deal if you ask me. And that's a really good movie, by the way. So if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it. Especially in 4K, it's definitely one of those titles that you're going to want to have in 4K. So to be able to get it for $8, fantastic deal. Robin Hood 2018, I had no idea this movie was out until like a few days ago. Somebody told me about it, and I was like, what? There was another Robin Hood movie? I thought they were talking about the Russell Crowe movie, and no, they're talking about this one. It's completely different. There was a new Robin Hood movie, guys. Did you know? I didn't know. So, yeah. This one is also going to be at $7.99, which again is a pretty damn good deal. Much like Ready Player One, usually goes for between $12 and $13, so you're saving about $4 to $5 getting it during this sale. Next up, I have A Quiet Place on 4K at $7.99. That is definitely the best price it has ever been at, I believe, on 4K. And most people by now probably know it's a very good horror movie, a pretty good recent horror film. If you haven't seen it yet, highly recommended. Very good stuff. The lowest price you're going to find it for on Amazon is between $11 and $12, so you're not saving quite as much on this one, but still $3 to $4 savings is not bad. Next up, I have The Curse of La Llorona, which is going to be $7.99 on Black Friday. This one usually goes for about $9 on the secondhand market, so you're not saving a whole lot of money. You're saving about $1, but it's a pretty good movie, and I believe this is one of the lowest prices it has ever been at. So if you're at all intrigued or interested in this movie, a lot of people say it's not a part of the Conjuring universe. Having seen it, I can tell you it kind of is. At least there are some elements to it that I think are arguably part of the Conjuring universe, whether or not they want it to be tied to the Conjuring universe or not anymore. There are parts that are kind of sort of tied to it. It's at least a spin-off from the Conjuring universe, and if you like the Conjuring universe, chances are you're going to enjoy this movie as well. Next up, I have Annabelle Comes Home. Speaking of the Conjuring universe, I really love this movie as well, and it's going to be $7.99 on Black Friday. The lowest price you're going to find this for on the secondhand market is going to be $11 to $12, which means you're saving between $3 and $4. Not a bad savings. Previously, the best deal on this one was $9.99. I know because that's what I paid for it. Even if you compare it to the second best price it has been, it's still, you're saving about $2 even off of that. So it's still a very good deal no matter how you slice it. If you are even remotely interested in this movie, then yes, $7.99 is a very good price. So I highly recommend it. Next up, we have Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans, which is a brand spanking new release. This just came out, and it is going to be down to $7.99 on Black Friday. A fantastic deal. The price that Best Buy currently has it going for is $19.99, but if you look around on the secondhand market, you can find it for between $10 and $13-14. It's usually in that area. If you look really hard, you'll probably be able to find it for about $10. But it's one of those things where you'd really have to try hard to find it at that price, and you'd have to get lucky, honestly, because it is a brand new release, and that price isn't reflective of any other big deals that I know of that have been going on with this particular title. I think the lowest price I've seen this title new has been about $15. So I think it's a pretty dang good deal. I would have put it in the top 10 if not for the fact that I did find it on Amazon for about $10. But no matter how you slice it, you're saving at least $2 with this brand spanking new title on Blu-ray on Black Friday at Best Buy. Next up, I have Glass on 4K, the M. Night Shyamalan movie, and it's going to be $9.99 on Black Friday at Best Buy, which is a very good deal. I believe it is the best deal that they have had on that particular title on 4K as of yet. If you go looking for it on the secondhand market on 4K, you're going to find that it usually goes for about $14, sometimes more. So no matter how you slice this one, you're going to be saving at least $4 by getting it on 4K on Black Friday at Best Buy. So I recommend that. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard a lot of great things. I heard some people say it wasn't that good, but then I heard a lot of people that I trust saying it was fantastic. So we shall see. I am definitely intrigued, and I definitely want to see it. And at $9.99, I'm probably going to get it. Next up, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the original film in this spin-off series from the Harry Potter franchise. This one is also going to be available on 4K at $9.99 on Black Friday at Best Buy. Usually goes for about $24.99 on Best Buy's website, and if you look for the best deal elsewhere, you're going to find it going for between $13 and $14 at the best. So even if you find a really good deal on it elsewhere, you're still going to save at least $3 to $4 getting it at Best Buy on Black Friday. Next up, I have Spider-Man Far From Home 4K. This is one I'm sure a lot of people are going to want, and if you don't have it already, it's going to be $12.99 on Black Friday at Best Buy, which is a savings of about $3 to $4 depending on how you look at it, because the best price you're going to find it for elsewhere is going to be between $17 and $18. But if you look on the secondhand market, those prices are all used, usually. So you'd have to buy it used. Sometimes you won't get the digital copy. Sometimes you won't get the Blu-ray. Sometimes you won't get the slipcover. Sometimes you won't get yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? That's the risk you run getting used titles. This is brand new for $12.99. It's the best price I believe that this movie has ever been for on 4K. So yeah, it's a pretty good deal, and I believe it's the best deal so far for this film of any of the other competitors during Black Friday. So yeah, if you're interested in this one, you definitely want to go to Best Buy to get it. Next up, I have The Shining in 4K on here. This one is a fairly new release as well. I think it might actually be the newest release on this entire list. It came out in October, if I recall, October 1st. So very, very recent, and currently available on Best Buy's website for $21.99. But if you try to find it elsewhere on Amazon for a better deal, you might be able to find it for about $18. But that's a way higher price than $12.99, which is what it's going to be on Black Friday at Best Buy. So if you want to save $5 on that title, like me, then this is a great freaking deal. You definitely have to consider it. Next up, we've got Godzilla King of the Monsters on 4K. That's going to be $12.99 as well. It's part of the $12.99 list they have. And if you try to find it for a decent deal elsewhere right now, on Amazon you can find it for between $18 and $19. So you're saving between $5 and $6 by getting it through the Black Friday deals at Best Buy, which is a fantastic deal. And much like with Spider-Man Far From Home, I believe so far this is the best deal on Godzilla King of the Monsters 4K that currently exists from any of the competitors for Black Friday. So again, Best Buy, at least in this case, is beating out their competitors on prices. Next up, I have Shazam 4K, which is going to be $12.99 on Black Friday. Usually goes for $24.99 on Best Buy's website. And if you try to find it for an even better price elsewhere, you're going to find that it goes for about $16. So you're getting a pretty good savings of at least $3, no matter how you look at it, on Shazam, which is a very popular movie. A lot of people said it's very good. I haven't seen it yet. I've been waiting for a deal kind of like this one, and here it is, so I might get it. Next up, I have Brightburn 4K on the list, and that one is going to be $12.99 as well. This one's the superhero horror film, so to speak. That's what a lot of people are branding it as, at least, and definitely has me intrigued. I want to see what they did with that one. At $12.99, that's the best price I believe it has ever been. It's a fairly new release on 4K, and if you try to find it for a decent price elsewhere, you're going to find it goes for between $18 and $19 on Amazon at least, and that's a savings of about $5 to $6 at least. So at $13, that's a pretty dang good deal, and I highly recommend it. Next up, I have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse on 4K. This one probably isn't the best deal of the 4K titles, because I believe Into the Spider-Verse has been available on 4K for a fairly decent amount of time. Not really long, but long enough that it's dropped in value to about $14 to $15 when you go looking on Amazon. So at $13, you're not saving a whole lot of money. You're saving $1 to $2. But again, at least you get it brand spanking new, so there's that. and you don't have to worry about it missing anything. You don't have to worry about the disc not being in good condition because it's brand freaking new, you know? So at $13, saving a buck or two is still a pretty good deal on what is a very good movie. So yeah. Next up we have Detective Pikachu 4K, which is going to be $12.99. I was actually surprised to find that this one has dipped in value so quickly because this is a very new movie. It's a very new release on 4K, and yet if you go on Amazon right now, you can actually find it for between $14 and $15, which just blows my mind. I'm just like, what do you mean? How has it dropped in value that quickly? I don't understand. A lot of people loved that movie. I don't know why it's dropped in value so quickly, but whatever, I'll take advantage of it because even if you're not saving a whole lot of money at $12.99, you're still saving at least $2 to $3. That's a pretty good deal in my book. So I am probably going to pick this one up because I am definitely intrigued and want to see this movie. Wrapping it up here, I have Bohemian Rhapsody 4K at $12.99. Usually goes for $24.99 on Best Buy's website, and if you try to find it elsewhere, it's going to be about $16. So you're saving at least $3 by getting it at Best Buy on Black Friday. I have not yet seen this movie, but I've heard amazing things about this one. I was paying attention to it as it was being made, and I was really intrigued by it, and while some people didn't like it, I feel like I will probably enjoy this one. So yeah, I'm definitely intrigued at this price point, and you're definitely saving a pretty good amount of money on this title. Last but not least, Rocketman 4K rounds out the 40 titles that I did for this video, and I can't believe I did that many. But yes, it is also going to be $12.99. Best Buy has an incredible $12.99 4K selection this Black Friday, and Rocketman is going to be one of them. Usually on the secondhand market it goes for about $18 right now. So at $12.99 you're saving about $5 on it. That's a very good deal for a fairly new release, and one for a movie that I've heard was very, very good. So again, like this year is going to be fantastic for Best Buy. As usual, they usually have a lot of good deals on Black Friday, and it does not look like 2019 is going to be a slouch year for them. So very excited to see what comes of this and whether or not I can get all these deals that I want. But one great thing about Best Buy is that they let you buy all their stuff online, and their online sales usually start well before their actual Black Friday sales in person. So you really don't have to go out to the store. They make it very easy to give them money, which is another, like, I keep pointing it out, but like Walmart does not make it easy to give them money. They just don't. Best Buy is like going head over heels to try and find every possible way to make it easier for us to give them money. So do them a favor and thank them for their great deals and their great access to those deals by giving them money. I mean, I'm not saying this because I get a cut out of it, because I don't have an affiliation with Best Buy. I just happen to really like their deals on Black Friday. They have almost never let me down when it comes to Black Friday. So yeah, very excited, very happy with the selection this year, and I hope that you are too. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video, which will be a Target Black Friday video, which it's not going to be this long, I can guarantee you that much, because there isn't that much to talk about for Target, sadly. But that's the way it is. At least they're better than Walmart in my estimation, because at least you can get their titles on their website and stuff like that. But I digress. There are some pretty dang good deals at Target. I can't wait to talk about those in the next video. Catch ya then.